Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode I'm going to take you through some of the jaw-dropping corals currently in a Deer Park Aquarium. Alright, so thank you for joining me on another episode of Parker's Reefs. This one should be quite quick. I've just got back from working the day at Deer Park Aquarium and I had about 10 to 15 minutes before we open the doors to grab the camera out and do a quick run around this shop to grab some footage of some of the crazy corals that are there. And let me just say, a number of them did sell throughout the day and I'm kind of thankful that they sold because there was about 30 pieces there that I wanted to bring home and I literally cannot afford all those 30 pieces. So I was super happy to see a number of these pieces go to different customers throughout the day, but rest assured I did manage to pick up a few and I'll point those out to you in the video. I'll get a quick little glimpse of some of the crazy fish that are in this week, but I might do a separate video for fish next week because I must admit we don't know 100% yet, but we're hoping that next week's fish order is going to have some pretty special pieces in it. So I'll save most of the fish for them, but I will point out a couple of little highlights that are in. So I guess there's nothing left to do other than run the footage and show you what's in stock. All right, we'll start here in the corner of the shop because this gorgeous pink Hedoni is still here, whilst the green and gold Rasta Hedoni left a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully, the new owners do come into the store regularly and give me frequent updates on how it's going. We also have this purple/blue just gigantic Hedoni in there. We've got a couple of basic greens as well if your budget does not quite stretch as far as some of those exotic colors do, but obviously they don't quite have the same wow factor. Of course, if you get them under some better lights than they are there, you can get better colors out of them. This tank in the store at the moment is probably where some of the prized pieces are, and we'll go through them now. You can see some gigantic hammers up there, both in a green and gold variety. We've also got some nice varieties of oranges and yellows in there, all at reasonable prices. Now I'm going to say they're not quite as bright as my ultra export grade orange, but they're also a fifth of the price, so that's fair enough. Got some absolutely crazy gold chalice in there, really nice goni, big gold torch. Got two of the brightest green hammers I've seen in a very, very long time, reasonably priced as well. There's a nice little rainbow swirl one there. See a nice, that Pectinia up there looks a bit green, but it has a couple of yellow splashes in it. It's coming home with me. We've got some lovely scollies there, a big showpiece elegance, a nice variant, smaller elegance, some Trechophilias there, some really nice ones, and a few varieties of Deshies there. Now, before we move on from this tank, I've just got to show you some more footage because my partner in crime for the day at the store, Deb, moved a couple of pieces around in here and added a couple more that I just had to show you because they are way, way too nice to ignore. Now, I did touch on those beautiful green hammers and that nice green and gold Pectinia in the back there. I'm going to call that an Aussie Space Invaders. Got these nice scullies, but check out these extra couple of elegance that have been added here. The one on the left is this crazy, crazy bright yellow center that just slowly fades out into teal. It's not big, but wow, the colors on that are just off the charts. You got that lovely yellow tip in the middle, and then check out this one on the right here. It's got a bright yellow center with this like white frosting around it. Just an absolute contrasting beauty, and I am glad to say that both of those elegants were on my list to come home with me, but thankfully we sold them throughout the day, so saved myself $300 there, but I guess I was a little upset inside because they are just beautiful elegants, but glad to see them go to another home because I need to go easy on the corals in my tank, but people have been looking for orange hammers. We have orange hammers. Don't you worry about that. Got some absolute showpiece hammers in there. We've got some gorgeous gold chalice too, both of the aquacultured and wild collected variety. Golds with a few different splashes. We'll move on to the brown out SBS section. And you see these pieces are $15 each or 3 for $30. And for my international friends, that is Australian dollars, which is obviously not a lot. We can come up to the top here at 25 each or 3 for $60. These ones have got a little bit more color in them, but we'll come around the corner to where I guess the newer SBS are. These pieces have been here for a week and a half now though, so they are firmly into their browning stage before they adjust back to tank life, because these pieces here are all wild colonies. If you don't know, wild SBS tends to just acclimate into aquarium life in a bit of a drab way, and then comes back better and more colourful than ever before after a good 2-3 months in your tank. But there's some very nice pieces in there at all around about $45 mark. There are a couple of aquaculture frags up there, but I need to go through those before we open up the doors. Come over into this tank, we've got just a crazy assortment of acans in here. I'm not sure why acans are not selling as much as they used to, because they're just simply nice. You can see these are $80 each, or 3 for $200. And Dave's even listed Madness under there, and I don't blame him. I can't get acans myself because my angel will eat them, but there's some crazy pieces in there. Check out this scully down in the bottom here. It's got orange, it's got yellow, it's got green, it's got purple, got all sorts of colours in it. Nice deshy up the back corner, got some red speckles there. We got this twin head ultra grade deshy there, which is kind of difficult to pick up on camera, but wow, it's bright. Got a beautiful green with gold speckles. We've got some nice helios there. That's a lovely solid green torch. Pop on over to this tank here, which is a $60 tank. We have a few of these $60 tanks in store. $60 a piece, or 3 for $150, and there's some awesome pieces here. We've got some Aussie war coral there, got a nice turbinara up there. We've got a nice plating Monty. We've got a few different chalices going on up there. Looks like maybe some moon corals. We got some nice elegance down here in this section here. Maybe not as crazy nice as those low ones in the other system, but not bad. We got this piece down here. I love the colors of that. The camera's probably not picking it up all that well, but it's glowing. It's coming home with me. A good assortment of Lobos there. Come across into this tank here, which is even cheaper. I think the pieces in here are $35 each. We'll get a look at the price in a second. Yeah, $35 each, or 3 for $90. These are mostly, apart from maybe the fungias, mostly aquacultured pieces, so they're all quite hardy and fast-growing frags. We've got some good assortment of gonies, we've got some war corals, we've got some leptos, we've got zoas, we've got alveoporas, and as I mentioned before, a good assortment of fungias. There's also a few different bits and pieces down here in the bottom, some discounted chalice that got stung from some other corals, and a few bits and pieces there, all of them $35 a piece, which is pretty hard to beat. But we'll pop over here into this system here, and I must admit the Kessels are normally on bluer than this, but they're quite white, so bear with me on the colours. We're at $80 a piece here, or 3 for $200, and again we are talking Australian dollars. Some of these chalice up here are quite large. I like the growth ring on that one. It's got this white growth ring, but I really like these two pieces down here. They're going to come home with me because they look like a really nice little pair. I also like that elegance that was in the right-hand corner there. I might take him home as well. A couple of Cynarias here are just got some really cool colours popping in them. There's that elegance I'm keen on. And then over into this tank, which has a few various bits and pieces at different prices. We've got some more chalice up there, both gold and a nice blue and red. We've got some more acans and some larger chalice pieces. You can also see the snails mentioned for sale on the window there. Have a look down the bottom of this tank, because there's some cool pieces down here, from Rhodactis to Recordias to Discomorpha. Check out that rock of all sorts of Recordias on there. It's pretty cool. This Rhodactis here doesn't really show up on camera at all, but it's solid red with yellow spots through it. There's some nice fluffy / bounce Rhodactis in there. We've got some very nice variants on some Recordias. This pink one's an absolute stunner. And we've got some greens, we've got some pinks with blues, we've got pink rings, we've got teals, and then there's some some Discomorphs rocks up there, which is blue with some various spots on them. So they're a nice assortment of colours. Come on over here. I think these are Favias. I'm not 100% sure on that. I should probably check that out. Well, Goniastrias. We've got some Blastos. We've got some Candy Canes. We've got some Acans. And we're into a $60 tank here, or 3 for $150. And the nice Acans continue, whether you want to spend a little bit more in this price range. There's a great assortment there. Got some nice hammers in here for, again, these are $60 a piece. Hammers, fairly bread and butter sort of priced corals. With some nice helio fungias there, a nice sun coral, a little wild collected zoa rock. We've got some bubble corals there. Maybe not the brightest colours, but I do love a good bubble coral. Over here to check out some Trechophilias, and there's some very bright greens in there. Check out these little Goni frags in there. They're red with yellow eyes. Absolutely crazy to be in a $60 tank. Wow, I'm surprised they have not all sold. We've got a good assortment of button scollies. We've got some fundias, frog spawn, some other pieces there. We've got some Gonioporas. We've got some dragon sulfavias up there, some cocoa worms. We've got lots of bits and pieces. Not to forget these frag tanks here at $25 a piece, or 3 for $60. Good little assortment of some frags there. Also got the frosted rose bubble tips in here. These are pretty much reduced to clear at $250 a piece. Heck of a deal there for a beautiful nem that grows quickly. Pop on over here. We are almost there, folks. This is the $120 tank, one of the first ones in the shop. See a good assortment there of some scollies, some trackies, and then all along the bottom we've got a great assortment of hammers in there. So most of the scollies in store end up here, apart from maybe that Ultra Export one, which was $500. And there is a great, if you're looking to build a hammer garden, man, this is where you get inspiration, because you see the 120 each or 3 for $300. There's some savings to be had there, and Dave just continually shoves more and more assortments of hammers in here, and these are all good sizes. And you can see how happy they all are in with each other. There's some crazy colors there, nice little reverse stem. There's some yellow stems with pink tips. Pop on over here, we've got some nice bubble corals there. I can see some good torches. This frog spawn there, that's a beautiful green purple frog spawn. We've got some more elegance here. There's another one there with maybe not quite as nice white frosting as that $150 one, but still not bad at all. Some beautiful hammers up the top there. Just running out of space in the other tank, but still 120 each or 3 for $300. So, I mean, I know where I'd be going if I wanted to build a hammer garden. There's some absolutely cracking pieces there, but I did say I'd give you a quick show over some of the fish. There's some lovely blonde lipstick tangs there, Diana Hogg, lemon peel. I can see this lovely baby-sized clown tang there, some gold bar maroon clowns, looking nice and ready to bite your finger when you feed them. We've got this absolutely stunning rock beauty angel in there. What a gorgeous fish. I mean, it doesn't get any more contrasty really than yellow with this huge black patch, and it just has a bit of presence about it as it swims around. And the last fish I want to show you in store is this huge queen angel. She's an absolute beauty. A fish that really demands your attention when you look at it, just by its colors, markings, and I don't know, I guess it just knows it's called a queen angel because it has a presence about it that is hard to beat. But that is all the fish I wanted to show you guys. Alright guys, there you have it. That's the coral video at Deer Park Aquarium for this week. If there was anything you were interested in, be sure to shoot the Facebook page a message and say that you saw the video on Parker's Reefs and you want to grab one of those corals for your tank. Or by all means, head on in store. Victoria now has no restrictions with COVID. Well, no travel restrictions anyway within Victoria. So get on in store, check them out firsthand and pick yourself up a treasure or two. I will leave the video at that. If you have any questions, comments or feedback, pop it in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. The button's down in that corner. It takes 2 seconds of your time, costs no money whatsoever. We're aiming for 25,000 subscribers this year. We've got a long way to go, so if you're yet to subscribe, I'd personally appreciate it. Other than that, guys, till next time, stay safe and keep reefing. Cheers. Bye.